Hey guys, welcome to Gemini Visions. I'm Mr. Gemini.
And I'm Mrs. Gemini.
And today we are doing a Sagittarius love reading for the 16th through the 31st of August.
Yes.
And with these we do a 4-card spread.
Yes.
If we need to, we'll grab some clarifiers and then we'll give you a Moonology Oracle and we'll give you a Animal Spirit
messages.
Oracle. Yeah, Animal Spirit.
Love it. So I use the Everyday Witch Tarot.
And for you guys right now, I'm going to be using the Royal Gilded Tarot.
You guys are spoiled. New card.
I'm switching between the love, I'm using the Gilded, and the money, I'm using the Hush. And I'm just switching back and forth.
They're fun.
They are.
And it's good. It's nice to see the different imagery.
Yes.
I like seeing the imagery in Mr.
These are very
Gemini's
Rider Waite, the Gilded Royals, but the Hush is quite different, and they're
very unique.
Yeah, they don't read the same per se.
Sagittarius love.
Sagittarius for love, August. If you're new here, give us a like and a subscribe.
Okay, there we go.
Spirit, give Mrs. Gemini a whole bunch of cards at once.
Right. They all flipped in the deck. It's because all I'm thinking is Sagittarius love. You know, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? What do you have for me? And then sometimes it's just like, just comes out. Sagittarius. There it is. I knew that was the card. There we go. Yep. So we have two major arcanas on here. We have the, first we have the Nine of Swords. I know it's not the major arcana, but we have, your first card is the Nine of Swords. You're going into the Justice card, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the World. So with the Nine of Swords energy, I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This could be your family asking you, why aren't you married yet? Like your sister, or your brother, or whatever. why don't you have a nice, significant other? It could be something like that where you're like, well, why don't I? And really, Sag, you know why you don't. Wow. You know why you don't. You know the reason why you don't is because then that's what I see in the Justice card in this particular circumstance. Within this Justice card, because I really see these swords as other people's thoughts coming into your, into your headspace. And with this Justice card, you're going to be balancing these two energies where you're like, wow, well, I know what I really want to do. I know that I want to do I want to focus more on my career with this Knight of Pentacles. I want to focus more on gaining my material stability before I can even let this go into the, into the universe with this World card. So for a lot of you, if it is a nagging, and I don't mean to, disrespect anybody's family members, but if it is some sort of nagging feeling that you should be. So my therapist, which I do have a therapist, calls it shoulding yourself. And when you should yourself, and I really thought she swore at me, like when she first said that, but when you should yourself, you start to begin to play into other people's ideas of how you should be doing it. And not should, the way that you would prefer to do it. So with the Nine of Swords, the way that you want in this particular instance that I'm reading. Wow.
What's on the bottom of your deck, Mrs. Gemini?
Let me see. So in this one, the Sun. What'd you get?
I have the World on the bottom of mine.
Oh, wow. Well, this is 100% on my side. I 100% I see you are you're going for your career over love, or you're going for your own. It's really self-love. I see a lot of self-love in this. Your worth, you know that you want to be stable before you go into anything that's just purely for love. It's scary. It's vulnerable. You want to make sure you have a place to go back to. You want to make sure your car runs okay, so maybe they do live a little bit out of the way. That's so acceptable. That is such a strong energy, Sag, that a lot of people lack. A lot of people are spontaneous, like myself. They jump into relationships. So mine and Mr. Gemini's relationship, it was a whirlwind and it worked out. But it doesn't always work out for people. A lot of people can't do that. Especially for whichever Sag I'm speaking to. Go for it. Because you know where you need to be before you can have the world complete, walking through that doorway. walking through that doorway of where you are and what you want in a relationship. So you know that you need this stability. You know this is what you want. You want to focus on your career. And honestly, do it. Get it, girl. Get it. Because...
Or guy.
Or guy, whatever. Get it. You are on... You have nothing but time. Time is on your side. When I saw this sun, like, I know it's kind of funny, but when I saw the sunflowers, I just saw like a bunch of like dials. Time is on your side.
I love that sun card because the variety
so
of people
happy.
in it. There's a wicked old lady. There's a pregnant woman. I think there's like a young girl.
Like a maiden.
Yeah.
So it's your maiden.
It's very much.
Yeah, it's
very much
it's
triple
an empress.
goddess.
Yeah, it's the triple goddess. So
Yeah.
it's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So it's beautiful. It's the completion of a cycle. We have to remember, like, when it comes to love, and you have the World card over there on Mr. Gemini's side as well. This is when it comes to love, you have to know your truths in it. And if your truth is focus on your career, that's your friggin' truth. Like, that's what you have to do. It's not for anybody else except for you.
And I've got a very similar thing happening over here. But my gist of it isn't that you have to focus on your career.
You don't have to. I feel like it's a choice. Like, you're choosing. Oh, Nine of Swords. 2 Nine of Swords.
Yeah, Nine of Swords is on here on both times. So that's the Gemini visions. Synchronicity. Also, the World is on the table twice as well. Let's be real here. I got the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. I got the Nine of Swords. And I got the Nine of Cups.
Wow.
So, for a love reading, this is super you-centric in a lot of ways, Sagittarius. But at the same time, I have the World as the bottom here. Now, let's be 100%. You know, through your honesty and your truth and living as the King of Swords, you're the person who gets stuff done, but you do it in an honest way and you bring justice to the table for sure. And I see on Mr. Gemini's side there is some justice happening, and that's divine justice. But be aware that through your trusting yourself with your justice and your integrity and your honesty, you're in a stable position with material things with the Four of Pentacles.
Yes.
You are stable.
Yes. Even that Nine of Cups.
But even with that, the Nine of Swords is still here. And to me, the Nine of Swords is you're frozen in place because you're having negative thoughts about your physical body. And that's the way I read Nine of Swords. That's just how it comes to me. Not every time.
No.
But in this love reading, and I see it twice, I feel like you're
Some
holding
sort of
yourself
insecurity.
back through some sort of physical insecurity. And I saw it earlier with Scorpio as
There's
well.
Just too much
it's
of it
too much
going
of
around.
it. It's causing an issue.
Yeah.
Once you bypass
you're beautiful,
that, you're
Sag.
beautiful.
You're such a beautiful being.
Once you bypass that, you're going to be in a place of this Nine of Cups here. And that's, look how this dude is freaking happy, bro. With his cups, he's at the bar. He's having a drink. He's got a huge green shirt, which is awesome, and I want one.
Puffy
He's
sleeve.
happy, and he's okay with how he is. And he's full of love. This is literally, he's full of love.
Yep.
And I see that through these trials that you may be giving yourself in your own mind. Through these trials, you come to realize that love you have, and that's going to open the world up for you, because that's at the bottom of my deck. And what's below that, honestly, I didn't see it until just now. It's the Tower.
Dang.
And that's a sudden change. That is 100%. You're going to suddenly realize that you don't need to feel that way.
Nope.
And that's going to open the world up for you.
Yes.
That's such a beautiful thing.
It's something. The Tower is something that needs to come down. It's something that is either holding you back, and that's
the Tower is a
probably your
change, and it's sudden.
Yeah,
it comes
it
on
probably has-
fast. Did you get some clarifiers there, Miss Jean?
Just because it's a tower doesn't mean that it can't bring in something good. You have to close one door, so God or the universe can open up another door, your source, whatever
Right.
it is. So you can open up that door for yourself, essentially, is how it goes.
I'm going to clarify my Nine of Swords as
yeah.
well. See if we're on the same page here.
I clarified the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles and Judgment. So truly, it is time to walk away. And when I saw the Judgment card, all I could see was like she's skipping to her own beat. That's what you do.
Wow.
Don't letting other people come into play into your emotions, or letting your insecurities or whatever it is that's holding you back with these Nine of Swords. Play it to your own tune. You're so unique. You're so beautiful, Sagittarius, that no matter what, we have the Ace of Pentacles right here. We have nothing but you are beautiful. You are going in the right direction in career terms. You're doing it with steadfast a steadfast energy. But so I think that you're balancing this kind of in between stage of being where you want to be, or having the things that you want to, and then having the relationship that you want to have. So there's nothing wrong with being career driven. There's nothing wrong. You're going to find that person who also wants to be with someone who is like you.
Right. I clarified my Nine of Swords, and I got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So what I see that is you accepting the spiritual truth of you being beautiful on the inside and the outside.
Yeah.
And then through that, you're living in this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is generosity of the utmost and kindest. Giving, caring, sharing, having the material wealth, and freely being generous with it, charitable, kind, and giving. And that is probably something to do with your authentic self, Sag. But we have a double sort of pentacle situation, and we have a double ace situation here. Which something's going to come to fruition here, and it's going to be a solid situation.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be within yourself. You're going to be making this decision within yourself.
So if you're in a relationship, you're going to make some changes, and your partner's going to like it a lot.
Love it.
And if you're single, you're going to make some changes, and that's going to make you very attractive, because this Queen of Pentacles, every time I see her, she's wearing a wedding dress. I think. She's got a little crown on. She's got a white dress.
Like a coronation
it's flowy.
Dress, like a very special occasion.
She's wearing a special dress. She's a well-dressed queen. And she's generous and kind. And if you're not in a relationship and you're wondering what your person thinks about you, well, they definitely think you're that type, and they want to get to know you a lot better. So do not be afraid of that. I'm not seeing like any
fear. I don't see any fear in this.
No.
In this
None
reading.
whatsoever. Once you get over beating yourself up for this physical thing, whatever it may be, that's just how I read the Nine of Swords. Mrs. Gemini reads it a little different, I think.
Yeah, but
it depends on how it lands too. It's self-inflicted.
And it doesn't have to be. It's self-inflicted, but it's other people's ideas. I see it as other people's ideas of what is tormenting you. You didn't create those ideas.
No.
You're a beautiful, creative person, Sagittarius. But what I'm trying to say is, and you have your own thoughts that are beautiful and creative. But what I'm saying is, these Nine of Swords are usually what other people expect you to do, instead of like, what do you actually want to do? What is your choice? Where's your choice in the matter?
Once you get through that Nine of Swords, I see with this Ace of Swords that peace is going to reign. You're going to get over every obstacle in your path, and peace will reign. And you know, that Ace of Swords, she's riding a unicorn, bro. She's riding a warnicorn.
So out of the animal messages, we got the frog, which is adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. There's, honestly, you can't, if you're not ready to be in a relationship, or if you're not ready to give up a certain part of yourself, Sag, don't do it because others are telling you to do it.
Right.
Conclusions are within reach. You're literally like whatever you're. Sorry, that's Mr. Gemini's card, but I think it works so.
It's the Oracle card, so it's both of our cards.
Oh, but I mean, it works so well with the frog.
It does.
Surviving by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential.
Yep, and once you seize that potential, your conclusion
Your potential.
is right there. Your
It's
potential.
your potential.
You got this, Sag.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Your conclusion is within reach. And if you are asking or feeling or thinking about someone else, something's going to come to fruition, and it might not be by the end of the month, but it'll be soon.
Yes.
It'll be very soon.
Absolutely. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, which are both timing cards.
We have the Queen of Pentacles on there too.
And we have I believe that's weekly and yearly.
So I think
timing.
within the week you're going to get over this.
One of these obstacles.
Yeah, the obstacle of maybe beating yourself up and being inside your mind.
This could be starting maybe you're feeling sluggish. So this could be starting a new health routine.
And with that justice on there, there's some divine intervention happening here, and they're trying to prevent you.
We have judgment too.
Judgment's on
Judgment's on the table
Judgment
too.
and
yeah.
Okay, there's definitely spirits intervening to bring you back on track.
Yes.
100%.
Regardless
and then that's the sun,
of what people are saying
and
in
the
your
world
life.
on here twice. There's definitely some divine intervention happening to bring you out of that element and to put you where you need to be. You're going to be back on track emotionally and love life speaking. You may have been feeling down in the dumps, but you're about to bring that up to speed.
Yep.
That's 100% beautiful, guys.
Yes, it is. Wow.
And don't be worried.
No.
To this, I want to say, don't push the subject. If you're trying for a relationship with someone new, don't push it. Just sort of be like the Knight of Pentacles and march slowly.
See how it works out.
Yeah.
See how it works out on its own, because a lot of things don't pan out, and when you really want them to, and then you realize like halfway through, like, you know, maybe a month into the relationship or getting to know someone, like, oof, do I really like this person? That's hard. Or you meet someone that you really like when you're in a relationship with someone that you thought that you also really liked, and then you realize that you don't really.
Don't push the subject.
Don't push the subject.
Be willing to learn and adapt and be flexible.
Be willing
the conclusions are within
somebody.
reach.
Be willing to go after your career. Be willing to do these things, because in the end, no matter what, again, timing. We have judgment. We have justice. And I told you, all I saw were little clock dials on when I saw these sunflowers.
But if you're focused on your career, if you're focusing on your wealth, I did get the 4 of Pentacles, which means that it is stable.
100% stable.
It is stable.
Yep.
So, focusing on it's not a bad idea, because at least it's a foundation.
And it's not, I don't see hot and heaviness coming in.
No.
Which is something that you're trying to kind of balance within yourself, I believe.
And I wouldn't doubt, because we're reading for Sag, that they're definitely looking out with eagle eyes. They're not like what's right in front of me, but what's going to be coming to me. That's sort of the Sagittarius mindset, I think, a lot. Not every Sagittarius. Look at your birth chart. You know all that. You know that. But you know what? Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Give us a like and a subscribe.
Yes.
I really like this reading.
It's beautiful.
I don't see anything that says take a leap of faith, but at the same time, I don't see anything that says things are going to be bad. I got the world on here twice, which means that what you want is going to come to you.
Yeah. Yep.
What you want is going to come to you.
100%.
Give us a like.
Subscribe to our channel.
Come back and see us. Go to our channel. Check out some of our other videos for you, Sag.
Check out your money reading. And we will be doing a bonus.
We will be dropping a bonus for several people. Good luck out there, Sagittarius.
Bye.